Oh, so it's just getting windy as I'm deciding to record this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I'm doing it in a public place, which is a bit weird, but here we go. I wanted to really share this because I was just writing down my notes for the workshop Beyond the Mirror. And I was thinking that I can look at the notes while I record this. The notes are on my phone, but that's not working with the camera. So here I am improvising, which is actually exactly my point because this is how I want to guide the workshop. I don't want to follow a script or an agenda, although I have that to provide structure. But in real life, that's not how relationships work. Relationships work from being present and from being in the moment and not having an agenda in your head. So I want to guide the workshop the same way. However, for you to get an idea and get an impression about what's going to happen, what might happen, because we don't know what's going to happen, because we're going to experience it in the present moment. Here are some possibilities and some intentions of what I would like to share. We're going to break the ice first with ourselves. We're going to connect to ourselves. The most important connection that you bring into a relationship is how you connect to yourself, how much you know about yourself. So we're going to have the chance, and it's always a choice, very important part, like in a relationship, like in anything in life, you have the choice to say yes or no to things. So I'm going to give you the option to write a letter to love. So you are writing a letter to universal love or universal compassion, or if it resonates more with you, to your higher self, a higher power. And you're gonna just talk to love and say, "Dear love, what would you have me know? What would you like me to know? What would you like me to learn?" Another way of asking this question in this letter is, "Dear higher self, what would you like me to know? What would you like me to learn?" Or if it resonates with you, you could also write down, "Dear God." You can talk to God, "Dear God of my understanding." So you're talking to the God of your understanding. That's the icebreaker. And we're going to do some back to back breathing. So, feeling the other person sitting next to us, back to back, our backs touching. We're going to do a practice to practice expressing consent and desire. So, again, saying yes or no. And I'm going to give you requests like, can we do some eye gazing? Can I hold your hand? Can I massage your shoulder? Can we just look at each other for 1 minute without talking? Can I share with you something that's really important? And I'm going to offer more requests. You're going to make the request to the other person to share something or to touch the body in a non sexual way. And the other person is going to practice saying, yes, you can do that, or no, I don't want you to do that. So, this is how we practice in real life to say yes and no, to express our boundaries. A really amazing part of this practice is that this way we practice noticing if we are pleasing, we want the other person to feel comfortable, or if we practice being really honest. So, the difference between being nice and being true. You can be true and still be kind, but it might not always please the other person. So, we practice that learning by doing, walking the talk. Oh, there's going to be some dancing also to express your boundaries while dancing with another person. And we just also go with the flow. If I feel like the crowd enjoys dancing, we can dance a bit more. And sometimes people really want to talk and they want to express themselves through words. Then there's going to be more talking. I really like drawing as well. So I'm going to bring a lot of colors and paper for us to draw. And I have some techniques from art therapy that we can include. A really fun art therapy to be a little bit more like childish and playful and connect to the inner child through the art, so it's not that serious when we draw. Um, we're going to practice mirroring as well. So mirroring, being a mirror to the other person without evaluating, without judgment, without giving our opinion, and also practicing um, if we are actually able to do that. Because even for myself and for many people, when we give feedback to another person, it often includes an opinion. And we want to learn to be a mirror without having our own filter in the mirror, just being like a clear mirror of like, this is how I see you, this is how I hear you, this is how I perceive you. And if we project in that exercise, we just learn in which moments we project. And that is so interesting to realize. And I think we learn that the best way by doing it, by practicing it, by observing ourselves. And we're going to close the circle together, expressing how we feel in that moment. And that's it. That's the Beyond the Mirror workshop. And again, this is not a fixed agenda. This is just for you to get an idea of like my intentions, what I want to share. And I'm going to share it from presence, and it will change a little bit depending on the people who are there, because obviously we relate in the moment, and I will see who shows up there, and intending to do my best to share what feels really relevant to the crowd who shows up on that day. Beyond the Mirror at the moment here in Tulum. My name is Nicole, and it would be so lovely to see you there and to connect with you. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'm so curious always to hear questions. Sending you all a big hug.